tweeted, as you got older, what did you realize? There's somebody reposted, because now it's now called post, not tweet. Reposted and said, you cannot mix all your friend groups together. How valid is that?
Very, very valid.
Why?
Because I mean, like, you should have friends. Like, for example, right? I always tell people, like, if you want to start a business, for example, you need to be around people that are business inclined, right? You can't be around people that talk to you.
But are
about,
you friends with like your business partners?
not like business partner? I mean, for example, I'm an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur, right? Like, you're thinking about how to be better in this, how to be better in that, right? Some people don't think that way. Some people think in a different way. So if you're in that circle, you won't be thinking like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, right? So I feel like your friends, just like they say, your friends, So I just feel, yeah, like, you should just know how to, like,
That's one way
this,
to look at
this,
it.
this is that.
Yeah, I get you though, but I just feel like another thing is, let me say you get plenty of friends,
I mean,
and I feel like the word. I think for me the word is a problem because
The word friend.
like friend, yeah, because
Oh,
like friend,
okay.
I feel like is way closer, like way personal. Like my really really close friends are not in all my social groups. Yeah, I feel like maybe social group might be because some people, like you said, like
Oh,
Yeah, if you're somebody's a business
preferable
partner,
term is like, should you mix
yeah,
your
it
social
should be
groups
like
together?
not
I
like
think
necessarily
that
like
makes
friends
sense.
because like
No,
friends
but
are.
you could have friends in different
Yeah,
social
you can have
groups.
friends
Yeah.
in different social group, but
Yeah.
like the
I
truth of the
think I
matter
get
is
where
like
it's
how
coming
many
from.
friends do you
Yeah.
actually have? Like close friends. So there's close friends, people who are your guys,
Yeah.
acquaintances, colleagues,
Yeah.
network. You know that everybody's
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah,
different range. So you can't say like I said if you have like 50 close friends, hey, I guess that's you maybe 5 circles, each 10 groups. Hey, you can see whether you can mix them or not. So like social groups, like looking at that term is like because on social groups, I mean you're close to some people, and again it's just time. I just feel like the reason why you cannot have so much friends is time. Because friendship requires investment. Investment in people, investment into what's happening, investment in this, and you cannot invest in 50 people's
Yeah.
lives at the same time, right? So mixing social groups together, yeah, I think that makes sense.
So
Makes sense.
good
Yeah, good
points.
point, good
Great
point.
point. But so the thing is that I have people in different social groups at both extremes.
What
So
do you
what
mean
do
by
I
that?
You know, there's some people that you're going to hang out with. You know that okay,
Otilo.
nah, trabaye,
Exactly, man.
nah trabaye.
Not balling.
You understand? Then there's some other people that you know that okay, this one, there's a way this conversation is going to go.
Yeah.
Like this setting is different. Now, of course, you have some people at the middle.
Yeah.
If you mix both people at the extremes together, you are mixing lion with sheep.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
You look very irresponsible.
No.
Literally, bro.
I'm dead serious, man.
So true.
And then you know the
Seriously.
thing? Most of the time, the ones on the good side, they're, oh, you never told me you had such a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
friend.
seriously.
Oh, exactly. So sometimes I'm usually like, and again, trust me, this falls when we are like maybe like organizing an event or we're trying to host something, that's going to be like close to home. If it's like a big something, yeah, everybody can. But if it's something that's going to be close to home, you're going to be like, okay, this person is a Man U fan. I don't want to bring them with a Chelsea fan. That kind of thing. But I'm just using like those polar opposites,
Yeah.
And then some other people, it could be that you just know that they don't just vibe. Like their energy is not going to be the same.
yeah.
There's no point to actually
Yeah,
bring these people together.
but during matters, like, human beings will actually shock you.
Because sometimes
Because
you
if
don't
they
know.
are if they are attracted to themselves at first sight or like there's something, it's just something that can just spark up the conversation. Like, oh, I really never knew someone that is into business talking to someone that's into farming or something. Like they are just random conversations or things that can just spur up the moment. So there's still that nuance that's not really clear. But I get you 100% though.
Yeah, I
100%.
honestly would not want to do it all the time. And again, sometimes one friend group can be dulling the other. So these people on this end could be dulling the people on this end. And then because the people on this end are hype, like they're actually hyper. So you want to maintain that energy. If this will come here is like pouring water inside acid, like you're just diluting the entire energy. So yes, I agree with the tweet. Like keep like those friend groups like separate, keep them apart.
Yeah.
Don't mix them together. They should be separate. And then when you want to hang out with these people, but at your own risk, mix them. It's not hard.
Yeah. So once in a while, just create an event toss all of them inside and see how it goes.
Some people might lie in the hospital. I'm dead serious.
Definitely not go well.
Some people might actually hang it up. Like some people might land in the hospital, and then you'll be like, and or some other time it could actually go like great.
Yeah,
You understand?
actually.
It could go great, and then everybody is.
We'll just come
And
out.
then when you-
Then they'll not start hanging out at your back. You know? Where did you meet? Where did you
It
meet
happens,
Paul?
it happens,
Oh,
yeah.
I met. You know, since that day we hung out. You know, we've been
Vibing.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I never knew you could vibe
But
this,
I actually like that question though. I think the question before the test, which is, as you grow older, what are the things you've learned?
Yeah, what
right?
did you realize?
They're like so many.
So
many
mention.
things, man.
Okay, so like, what's one thing you realized?
So I'll be finished. I'll be finished. But I think for me personally, I feel like one thing I've realized is as I grew older, I probably should have been a little bit more disciplined growing up. Because I feel like I was.
That's actually deep. Like, can you?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
so I feel like I was disciplined in my academics because I mean, like your father would want you to learn well.
Plus, again,
make sure that his school
you're
fees
not
wasn't
paying. You're not
doing
paying change.
But yeah, exactly. Like we go through that. So like obviously we're 6 kids or 4 or 5. So that was an investment, and parents see that like as an investment to the children. Good education, great school, great environment, safe, protected, well fed. Like they are actually asking you right now. I feel like for the future, to the best of their abilities, that this is what they can at least play safe at. Good education, good home training, religion, everything well packaged. So I feel like I was disciplined at least to settle down, read. My father always get like lesson teachers and everything and stuff like that.
So, in what way, like, do you wish you could have been more disciplined?
Exactly. For school. I feel like I didn't really translate it to so many other areas of my life.
Like
As
what?
that, right? Like just maintaining finances, for example. Or being in shape. I feel like I should have taken, being in shape more seriously a long time ago.
Oh,
But I
okay.
just gave up. Like gym, you just give up procrastinating. You go down. By the time I remember like 18, I'll do it when I'm 20, 21.
To be honest, man.
Like, there's some things like I feel like when I got older, like I feel like because there are people in school where they were accurate timekeeper. They wake up in the morning early 6, do their thing. After that, wash clothes, do everything. By 7, they're out of the hostel. They're doing this. They're like just, but like even if they were not like the smartest people, they were very disciplined, efficient. Because discipline run across so many things. As you grow older, you realize that as more responsibilities get to you, you need to manage your time effectively.
Yeah.
Like you have kids, you have school, you have your career, you have your wife, you have other things to do. Bruh, it's literally create the time slot for everything and be disciplined to follow.
Yeah.
And back in school, it was just like your biggest priority was just school. You get me? But like that was where they wanted
you're
to
not
put everything.
translating it
You're not
to the other
translating
side.
to like other things. Like,
Yeah.
yes, you were serious minded, and then school is like, okay, you learn that motivation in the academic setting. But I kind of realized that late, right? And I felt like, if I'd realized it earlier, that would have helped. But the second funny thing, I actually realized that I believe that it's funny, but lack of money or spending too much money causes a lot of problems
Lack
in
of
relationship
money
or marriages.
Lack of money.
Lack of money
or
or spending too much
Okay.
causes
Yeah.
problems in relationship and marriage. Like it's just funny because when people say like when you get older, like the main cause of fights in marriages are is money, finances, and stuff like that. You get because you're broke. Sometimes you go just be vex anyhow. Like you don't
Nah,
get like you
I
cannot.
agree.
You want to go out. You want to travel.
You can't.
You can't. There's
yeah.
no then because it's different because when you feel like when you're younger, you feel like when I get older, I'm gonna do stuff. Bro, when you get older, you be like
boy.
I need to be
but-
sure of what I'm doing.
To actually
For a time,
even
bro.
speak to that, I think if you that's cool, but if you don't have the discipline as well,
Yeah. So
with too much money,
exactly.
you're inviting
Exactly.
problems.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think for me, something I realized as I got older, not even as I got older, very recently, was that you cannot do it alone. So my dad built this mindset especially in myself. He was like, listen, work hard. That's all.
Yeah.
But and of course, I saw him work hard. But there were other aspects of this work hard that he did that I did not necessarily see. But he did that.
Yeah.
Why? Of course, he was working hard, but he was networking. Now you can work hard, And most of the time, if you have that mentality of, listen, we're going to grind this into debt, we're going. But if you do not translate that into networking and meeting people, you are only limited to what you can do. And what you can do is so small.
So little.
So
Yeah,
you
compared
need
to the big project.
exactly.
Yeah.
You need to
Compared to the big
extend
project.
your hand. Like you need to extend an olive branch, to people and meet people and say, oh, this is what I do. This is how I can, this is what I
Solve
can
this
do
problem.
for you.
Yeah, I can
push
help
this
you,
thing,
yeah.
We can achieve this together, and that is like the core essence of networking.
True.
Like meeting people, talking about what you do, talking about how you can even assist them. Because for me, I realize that listen, everybody has a need. Everybody wants to achieve something. Like everyone has a goal. The question is, how can you help
Solve the
that
problem.
person
Yeah.
achieve that goal? You understand? Once you can provide a better solution to them, better than what they currently have, yes, you have you have an upper hand, to be able to come in and do X, Y, Z. So that mindset of listen, you can do it by yourself, like, bro, there's been so many people that are not as intelligent or even disciplined or whatever, but just that ability to network.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Just that ability to,
So it boils down
say
to
hi,
just
say
not
hey.
networking as well, but also like emotional intelligence though. Because I realized that like sometimes we don't say it, but a lot of people would choose people. So there's high competency, somebody that's really high competency, and somebody that's really really good emotionally, like friendly, negotiating power. And then if you're looking at like senior roles or manager roles, you'd be like, oh, this guy is really high competence. But like a lot of people want to choose people who are also maybe not that competent, but really
have-
good socially,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Like they've crossed the threshold
Yeah.
of being competent enough.
Yeah.
But then they're really good with like people skills,
I have a
personality,
rebuttal for
like
that.
networking and
It
stuff like
depends
that.
on the role. If you need people to be in R&D, I don't need them to be emotionally.
Wait,
Baba,
but those are people
Baba,
like
I
doing
need
the actual
next-
research.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously.
I need the next nuclear code. I don't care whether
No,
I don't care.
no, yeah, anything.
No, they're social. I beg. You understand? So, but when you're talking about like managerial positions, definitely like you need people who
Yeah,
have
those
emotional
great
intelligence,
balance,
people
yeah.
who are people who can relate with other people, people
Yeah.
who can actually manage people well.
Yeah.
To be able to do.
I think to speak to a point as well, I feel like as human beings, we're not created to be alone.
Yeah, we are social beings, man.
Yeah, not like the way the world is designed. I don't think we're meant to be alone. We cannot just be alone in the forest and
but-
start doing one kind of thing. Like,
Please compare it right now. Are we more alone than we were before?
Yeah.
Like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Even though we
obviously.
had the phone. Even though we have the phone now and we can actually
I
reach
feel
out.
like it's a different dynamics. We are not emotionally invested in each other as before, but we are still connected and dependent on each other based on technology, or rather with the use of technology. Because for internet to be up and running, there are people on behind just doing that.
Yeah.
But we're not. I feel like we're not as emotionally invested as we should, because back then we didn't have a secret world we could go into and hide that often. You need to see your neighbor and just
Exactly.
about what happened last week, what he did. Even
Exactly.
get like your
Exactly.
updates.
Yeah.
It's coming from this guy,
Yeah.
people in the gas station, people in the gym.
Yeah.
Those are where your updates are coming from, not notifications.
I actually
basically.
agree with you.
Not notifications. So
You know what I agree with
I
you?
feel
Some like a memory just came to my mind. I remember growing up, and then Saturday mornings, you see people at newspaper stands arguing, arguing nonsense,
Like very
Rubbish.
serious, so like arguing and
rubbish.
True.
And trust me, like those people, I was like those people who argue for like 4-5 hours, bro. They were having the fun of their lives.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? But now, what are you translated to Facebook group? This one is I talking this one is arguing this one, and again, like we've now removed that connectivity, from each other. Like I've seen so many research of people just zoned out on their phones. This sort of, and trust me, like even for myself, like I'm even experiencing this. Sometimes when I'm even supposed to go out, like to go and see someone, like I'd rather prefer to stay at home and stop my phone. And then at the end, you just feel that emptiness. Because you're just like, man, you could have just gone out, stayed with people, hung out with people.
Just
But you were
talk,
just on your
clear
phone,
your
just
mind.
swiping for like 2 hours. And boom, like nothing. So yes, like in as much as, technology is here, we are more connected. like just as you put it, we are not emotionally invested in each other, and it's actually very, very messed up. Can't lie to you,
It is.
it's messed up because we thought this was going to bring us closer, and then I can hear your voice immediately. But that's the thing, like they say, familiarity breeds disrespect. Or
Respect,
something.
yeah.
Like once things are too close and then they are always there. Once you know this person is always there, I can always call this person, and this person is always there. Then of course we take it for granted. I remember growing up and then we'll go to like our family friends' homes. You understand? The joy in going there. We do not. Sometimes I don't even want to go home.
Yeah.
See, you're premeditated. Once they tell you that, okay, we can go and see your cousin on Sunday, you're already thinking about it. It's what we'll talk about. You
brought out
gather your
clothes.
toys, your
You
this
brought out
thing,
clothes.
and
You're going
you're
to wear.
ready to go and I say, do you see this is what we got, this is what we did, this is what we did, bro. I can remember back then I was younger. There's a cousin who used to go and visit. Anytime we leave, she cries. She cries, man. Like she's wailing. She just knows that, man, there's no like, because we were like her age group. Other people were older. Yeah. So they were like, there was nobody to play with like that. Like she's in tears. And anytime she's coming, anytime we come, like she's excited.
Yes.
Like she's like we're just there running, doing things. I mean, it's fun. I cannot describe it as vivid as it was when I was a kid. But I do know
No. But that
it
joy,
was fun.
like
It
that
was
joy, like
Yeah,
actually,
it was
like
joy.
like there were so many family friends, cousins, like we go to see, and you're just happy. And when you're saying, "Oh, we are leaving," God, I always feel disappointed.
True.
I'm always angry. I'm always like. Sometimes I'll be like, "Can I sleep here? You come and carry me tomorrow.
Seriously.
Can I sleep here? You come and carry me tomorrow."
But yeah, like I have also one thing to add to what you said about networking and everything. I think one thing I've realized.
You know, true. Talking. I met you.
Eh?
You
Yeah,
should have
yeah,
talked, I met you now.
exactly,
Bro,
exactly,
Angels, how?
exactly. It was at the
We're
event.
just at an event, and I just saw you like carrying camera.
I don't say we need this guy. I say it's true. They already got
Yeah,
it
like-
shoe. They already got it
that day,
bones.
I met
Crazy.
like 5 people that day, like from networking and everything. And I feel one thing again is believe. Like I feel obviously if you're working towards something, you just need to believe that this thing is going to work. Like regardless the odds, right? Just believe and just trust God that okay, this thing is going to happen, and eventually it just happens, right? So I just feel believe and just trust God that it's going to work, and it might take time, but once you believe and it will
No, I
work
agree.
out. It will work
I agree.
out.